Om Shanti. Good morning, Divine Family. Uh, we will be reading a Murli, very special Murli, dated 23 January 1985, 87 today. So it's a long Murli, so we'll be reading it in two parts. So we'll read the part one today and then the part two tomorrow. So in this Murli, Baba is looking at his stars, spiritual stars. A beautiful comparison Baba has done in this Murli, just to tell us the contrast between the stars in the sky and also the spiritual stars in God's galaxy. So it's very very nice to see the way how Baba is explaining the contrast, and each one of us is different stars in Baba's galaxy, God's galaxy, and everybody has got a different speciality. So Baba is very well explaining that speciality in this Murli. So let us all stabilize in Baba's remembrance, and then together read this Murli and then start experiencing. And let us also look at what kind of star am I in Baba's, godly galaxy. Baba explains different types of stars, like stars of hope, a stars that is changing, and a comet star that which have, a lot of questions and things like that. And then a star that is constant success in everything, stars of success. And beautifully, Baba is comparing it with the stars of sky, stars in the sky. Okay, so without further delay, let's start reading the Murli. Okay, so the title is The Specialities of These Stars of Success. Today, the sun of knowledge and the moon of knowledge are seeing their sparkling galaxy. Sun of knowledge and the moon of knowledge. Sun is, of course, Shiva Baba. The moon of knowledge, that is Brahma Baba, are seeing their sparkling galaxy. Those are stars of the sky, and these are stars of the earth. Those stars are part of nature, and these are godly stars, spiritual stars. Those stars emerge at night, and these spiritual stars, the stars of knowledge, the sparkling stars emerge in the night of Brahma. See, Baba says those stars emerge at night, and these spiritual stars, the stars of knowledge, the sparkling stars, emerge in the night of Brahma. Okay, and those stars do not change night into day. It is just the sun that changes night into day. However, you stars become companions of the sun of knowledge and the moon of knowledge and change night into day. Right? So, companions of sun of knowledge and moon of knowledge. So, along with them, we change the night into day. Just as you can see many types of stars sparkling in the physical galaxy, similarly, many different types of stars can be seen sparkling in God's galaxy. How beautiful. See, Baba says, Baba says, there are so many stars sparkling in the physical galaxy. Similarly, different types of stars are sparkling in God's galaxy. So some are close stars and others are stars that are far away. Some are stars of success and others are stars of hope. and different stars. So Baba says some stars are stars of success, others are stars of hope. Some maintain one stage, and others have a stage that keeps changing. Some maintain a stage that keeps changing. Sorry, others have a stage that keeps changing. So one stage and different stage. So what Baba said is different types of. So one is stars of success, others is stars of hope, and the third one is the one that maintains one stage, and the other one that keeps changing. Okay, the stage. So four types of stars. Those stars change their physical position, whereas here they change their stage. Okay, the physical stars, they keep changing the position, but here the stage is being changed here, Baba says. Just as in a physical galaxy, you have comets. Similarly, um, here, here too, you have stars who have a tail of question mark in every task, right? So comets, there are some stars, right? Comet stars, and Baba says here also there are stars with the tail of questions. Okay, so that's the difference. Baba says the tail. That is why this. What is this? Just as comets are said to have a heavy, strong influence on the earth, in the same way, those who constantly ask the same questions also make the atmosphere in the Brahmin family heavy. Okay, all of you are experienced in this. When there is a tale in your thoughts about yourself as to why or what, the stage of the self or of your mind and the intellect becomes heavy. When there is a question, okay, only then. So they are the comets, right? So they always have questions. And yeah, Baba compared with them. They have the tails of questions. And then Baba says, along with that, if there is a tail of question marks such as why, what, not like that, but like this, in a gathering or in any task of service that comes out, right? Especially when we do service, right? So when they are in a gathering that comes out, the question marks, then the atmosphere of the gathering or the field of service immediately becomes heavy. So that immediately affects you. Hmm? So that immediately affects you. The gathering and the services, and the gathering and the service. Some stars of the sky fall down from the sky. Okay. I did not know this, okay, to be frank. So Baba says some stars of the sky fall down from the sky. And what do they become? What do they then become? Stones. Okay. With the godly stars too, when they come down, okay, godly stars also, when they come down from the elevated stage of their faith, relationships, and personal dharana, they become those with stone intellect. So that's the difference. So when stars come down to earth, that becomes a stone, right? So, right. And here, similarly, Baba says when your stage comes down, right? That is your faith, relationship, or dharana. If any of them that comes down, then you become your intellect turns to stone. Stone intellect, Baba says. Okay. How do they become those with stone intellects? No matter how much water is poured onto a stone, the stone will not melt. That is what Baba says, the differences. Okay. No matter how much knowledge you give them or how much you pour into the water, you right, on the stone, right? On a stone will not melt. It will change its form. but it will not melt. Um, a, a stone is not able to absorb anything. Okay, a stone is not able to absorb anything. In the same way, when they become those with stone intellects, then no matter how hard you try to make them realize something good, they will not be able to realize it. Okay, so that is the speciality of that is the problem with the stone intellect. You try to make them understand, they will not understand because it doesn't go inside. Okay, so that is why Baba said that stone doesn't have cannot observe anything. So it can, though it can change its form, right, but it cannot observe anything. So they will not be able to realize it, right? No matter how much water of knowledge you pour into them, they will not change. The situations will keep changing, but they themselves will not change. This is known as becoming one with a stone intellect. So ask yourself, what type of star am I in this godly galaxy? It's a very beautiful question Baba asked after saying all this. And ask yourself, what type of star am I in this godly galaxy? Okay, so Baba just said about the stars of success, stars of hopes, and the stars that changes, and the comet stars, right? Okay, so and also the stone intellect. So, and now Baba is asking, what star am I in this godly galaxy? A most elevated star. Now Baba is saying the speciality of each star. I mean, the elevated star. The most elevated star is a star of success. A star of success means one who continues to experience success in self. That is one who always experience success easily through his method making of effort. Okay, a star of success is that easily experience success through his method making of effort. Those who are stars of success will never have thoughts about their own efforts, such as, I don't know whether this will happen or not. Will I be able to do this or not? They don't have any sort of a question. They will not experience the slightest lack of success. Just as there is the slogan, success is your birthright, so too, they will always experience success as a right for themselves. They will experience success to be their right. So the slogan is that they always have, I mean, success is their birthright. So everything that they do, they will attain success. The definition of having a right is that you attain it without having to labor and without asking for it. When you attain something easily and automatically, okay, it is a known as having a right. Okay, so when you attain it without any sort of a effort, no laboring, if you do it easily, right, then Baba says, then that is what is known as having a right. Okay, in the same way, one thing is, in the same way, one thing is success for the self, and the other is success when coming into relationships and connections with others. And the next success, Baba says, relationships and connections. When they come into relationships and connections, right, there also they will experience success only. Okay, whether they are Brahmin souls or from your Laukic family, or your connections through your Laukic work, in all your relationships and connections, on the basis of having a right to success, no matter how difficult something may be, you will experience it to be easy. That is, you will continue to make progress and be successful. Not only in their Brahmin life, but also in their family relations or at workplace or whoever they come in connections with, right? They will experience success. That is what Baba says on the basis of their rights. That is the right that they have, always success. Anything that they do. That is what is stars of success. Okay. Yes. It can take time, but you will definitely attain a right to success. Okay, sometimes the success may be delayed, but still you will have a right, you will attain success. In the same way, whether in physical task or task of alaukic service, in both context, they will have faith in their intellects that they will have success in their actions. Okay, sometimes they may have to face situations. They may even have to tolerate people, but that tolerance becomes a way for them to make progress. So in some cases they'll have to tolerate a bit with with other people, and then Baba says the tolerance will become a way for them to make progress by facing situations. The situation becomes a means for their stage to go into the flying stage. That means they will use all the situation or every situation to make progress in their stage, right? So that's what Baba says. By facing situations, the situations becomes a means for their stage to go into the flying stage. That is, they will definitely attain success easily and automatically in everything. Okay, the special sign of the stars of success is that they never have any arrogance of their own success. Okay, and they don't have any arrogance of their success. Um, yeah, because they'll experience success, but they do not have any arrogance. They don't speak about it, they don't sing their own praise, but rather to the extent that they have success, they are humble, creative, and have a pure and gentle nature. Okay. So they don't have arrogance, they don't speak about themselves, they don't praise them, and they are humble, they are creative, they are very pure and also have very gentle nature. Stars of success. Others sing their praise, but they themselves always sing the Father's praise. You know, that's a speciality. So they sing Father's praise, but others sing their praise, right? Stars of success never have any questions. They always remain stable in the form of a point. Okay, so their stages, they always remain stable in the form of a point, and in every task, they remind others of the point of the drama. They enable them to be destroyers of obstacles and give them power and continue to take them close to the destination of their success. So they not only make their own progress, but also enable others to, move forward. They will enable them to be destroyers of obstacles, and also give them power and make them continue to reach their destination. Seeing the attainment of limited success, stars of success neither become very happy when there is attainment, nor does their happiness go down. If any other situation arises or there is lack of attainment, they don't have a stage that keeps changing. They are always images of success. If even the atmosphere is not very friendly, right? The situation is not that good, but still, they don't have that stage. They don't change. Okay, their stage is always constant, one stage. They are always images of success in an unlimited way. They remain constant and stable in one elevated stage. In external situations or tasks, others may experience there to be failure externally, but stars of success are not influenced by failures. Another speciality Baba says about the stars of success, others, the world will say that, okay, you're, big failure, but the stars of success are not influenced by that failure. They will transform failure into success with their original stage of being successful, you know. So they're ultimately experiencing successful, but the external people might see that, okay, they are failed. Okay, so it is all about the stage. Right? These are the specialities of stars of success. Okay, now ask yourself, who am I? Am I simply a star of hope, or am I an embodiment of success? It is good to have hope, but simply to move along as one who has hope and not to experience success practically makes you sometimes powerful and sometimes disheartened. Okay. So now Baba is talking about the hope. I mean, the stars of hope. Okay, but Baba says it is good to have hope, right? But simply to move along as one who has hope and not to experience success practically makes you sometimes powerful and sometimes disheartened. You experience this fluctuation a lot. Okay, in any situation where there is a lot of fluctuation, there is then tiredness. So here too, while you are walking and moving along, the experience of tiredness makes you disheartened. Disheartedness, okay? Sorry, disheartened. So when there is fluctuation, right? So in the hope of stars of hope, they experience fluctuation, and because of that fluctuation, they become tired. Okay, so that tiredness, and as they move along, right? So they experience tiredness and they feel disheartened. So rather than having no hope, it is good to have hope. Okay. But someone who experiences being an embodiment of success is always elevated. Acha, did you hear the story of the galaxy? It isn't just the hall of Madhuban that is the galaxy, but the unlimited Brahmin world is the galaxy. Acha? So, so with that, we'll close for the first part of the Murli, and we'll take the rest tomorrow. Okay. So let's take a minute of silence, and then we can come back and share our takeaways. Okay. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So I hope you might have assessed yourself just to, check what kind of star am I and, which category I fall in, right? Some sort of checking you might have done. And, so the point that which touch your heart, yeah, you can unmute and share. Yes, yes, Kirijiban.
The story of the stars, I really feel like going back to childhood. I remember, of course, there was no granny there, but I used to remember when mothers used to take their children when they are eating and all, go up, show them the sky, especially if it's night time. Or even more, they used to show them the moon, Chanda Mama, and then say that if you eat one morsel, Chanda Mama will come down and he will sit next to you. But for me, when I grew up, I remember going to an open area, just lying down on the grassy ground and looking up at the beautiful sky and just seeing those beautiful things which light up. And I used to think, from where it is night time, how does the star shine? There's no sun for the stars to shine. But I knew, then came to learn, when you started learning, sun itself is a star, and that's the closest star. So the stars do not need anything for it to illuminate. It has got its own light. It's rich in its own light. These were a few scientific things I learned. And then later, when I went to scriptural knowledge, I learned these are all the wives of the moon. The lunar calendar has 27 days only, unlike the Saka calendar, which is 31 days, 31 days. But so these 27 nakshatra, which we call, and these nakshatras are also mentioned in the scriptures, that they are these stars, or they used to call them as a wife of the moon. And every day on a moonlit night, one star will be next to it. And I've many times observed, whenever the great bear, the Saptarishi, was there, I used to, if it was a night, I have seen that constellation of Saptarishi. So I have such a beautiful memory of these stars. But here, when Baba is speaking about stars, I was just thinking, what is that analogy? So I remember in 1970, when Baba started the Murli, that was the time, because he became the moon. Till then, it was only the son of knowledge, Shiva. When he became the moon, to make his children close to him, he made them all as stars. He wanted them to come close to him in this godly galaxy. So he made us stars. So if I remember, in 1970, I think he said there are lucky stars, stars of hope, and then now, of course, stars of success. But earlier, Baba saw us only as stars of hope, because Baba had just left, Brahma Baba had just left his costume. He wanted to fill hope in us, to say that we will reach him, the moon. We will be with our father and mother. Nice stories these are. But for me, when I see the star of success, Baba has given you so many and all. But more than that, you were mentioning about a falling star. There's actually no falling star. When you see people, astrologers have watched, there used to be a streak of light coming down, and people used to say immediately, it's a shooting star. We should wish. If we make a wish, it comes true. That shooting star will go in some part of the earth, and now, Baba, we say it becomes a stone, and he compares it, when any of a star falls down from the galaxy, he says, falling in faith and relationship. So there are so many analogies you could take over here. But for me, I take it as a lovely story which I heard now, and to the story which Baba's mentioning. So there are a lot of beautiful things, or even comets, if you say. And also, you say comet means one who has a tail. So they are full of questions. Star, twinkle, twinkle, little star, has no tail at all. It just twinkles and all. So for me, the star story, the story of the galaxy, is something when I listen to Baba like a small child. Om Shanti.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Yes, you pretty well covered, Murli. Yes, stars of success, and like you were mentioned about the stars doesn't come down. Okay. When I did not know that, and then in this Murli Baba mentioned that, and then becomes a stone, right? So Baba, I think Baba compared that with the people or the Brahmins, or those who have faith. Or sorry, not faith. I mean, they don't have faith, right? Their faith will be weak, and they don't really the dharnas will be not that good. So they drop in their dharnas, right? So their intellect becomes like stone. So they become, they are known as stone intellect. Baba used that word stone intellect, and then they will not observe any of the knowledge. They're unable to observe, though, no matter how much hard you try to make them understand. And of course, the stars of success is what Baba is looking forward for us to become an embodiment of, right? Stars of success, who is very stable, star constant, and success in everything that they do, not only in their Brahmin life, but also in their relationship and their, connections everywhere. They don't fluctuate. Yeah, thank you so much, Kirjaben. And anyone else?
Oh,
Any other
Shanti,
points?
brother.
Yes, go ahead, Vinod Bhai.
Good morning. Here, Papa says the the success about the elevated stars, that those who have a right means that they automatically and easily achieve something. So I found the definition very interesting. If once we say about I have a right to success, that means to say I achieve success easily or automatically. That thing came out very starkly here. And the second thing, I'm having a query. Baba mentions about success in connections and relations when it comes to relationships with alaukic or laukic people. So I wish if you may elaborate on that, brother. What is connection? And that means probably an interaction. And what does success in a relationship means here in Baba's wordings, please?
Yeah, I will just tell what I've understood, and then others can also add. Yeah, so I think stars of success, right? So Baba talked about a lot their speciality. Um, so success in their self progress, in the sense anything that they do, that is see whether it is effort making. See, for example, they are doing Amrit Vela, or they are taking a class. So their success is there. Okay. So they make progress there. It's all their effort making stage. So they definitely experience success there. Okay. So, and then when it comes to relationship and connection, so there'll be a lot of challenges comes right in their life. So, I suppose relationships, they will not have any sort of an issue, or they will have that um, power to cope up with people, and they will easily attain success. And connection, I suppose, connection with Baba, I suppose. Okay. So they will constantly maintain that connection with the Father, and therefore they will experience everything. So they don't claim everything that is theirs. So they will always praise Father. They will not really praise themselves. They always remember Baba, and then they will always do everything remembering Baba. So they give all the credit to Baba than taking it for themselves. So that all happens when you have a consistent connection with the with Baba. Okay, and and the relationship can also, I suppose, mean they will experience all sort of relationship with the father, whether it is teacher, Sadguru, father, mother, child, all that relationship that they experience with the father, that could be another sign of stars of success. And when it comes to the duties that they have to perform, right? So everybody will have to do one or the other job, right? So anything, so in their duties also they will experience success. So even in the Laukic work, right? So there also challenges come. So stars of success, what when they have rights, right? So they always have that right, that firm faith with them that success is their birthright, right? So they don't experience success. So that thought is that awareness is constantly with them, right? That is there, that awareness. They have always experienced that. So with that determined thought, they experience success in even in their Laukik and Alaukik services. And challenges and any sort of a situation comes, I suppose they always experience that flying stage. That's what Baba mentioned. Yeah, these are all things that I can think of. If anybody wants to add, yes, feel free. Yeah, Girija Ben.
See, Vinod Bhai, for any success, what we need is a deep human connection. When we talk about connections, even when Baba here talks about two kinds of success of the self and success in connection with relationship and connection with others. Now, success of the self is very easy because I take it as a matter of right. There is no challenge coming in between me. The only source of my success is myself, my aim, and to the source. So I take their success as to be a birthright. I take success to be it's already achieved because it's there are no challenges in between over here when I come to the success of the self. But when you come to meaningful, what we call it as connections or what we call it as relationships, that is very important because in any organization or in anything they know if you suppose need a sense of belonging or you need a sense of community feeling, meaningful connectionships and good relationships fuel people to come together in cooperation and to build trust, rapport and all. So there are a lot of challenges, situations when you come when you want to achieve success in a relationship, that is plus one, not me, but one more thing. So it may be just a person relationship or it may be event connection. So when we go with that kind of a relationship and connection, Baba says over here, yes, there will be challenges or there will be situations, but to become a star of success, even when coming into relationship and connection, whether it's lokik or alokik, Baba doesn't make a difference over here. The same physical task in both fields is what you have is you'll have a faith in your intellect. That in faith of that intellect, what you need there is tolerance power. You don't need that in success of the self. So when you really go through all these kind of relationship and connections, then you attain success easily and automatically. So here, two kinds of stars of success. Baba is saying, what should be your thought when you're looking for success of the self? What should be your thought when you're looking for success in relationship and connections? There is no difference, even though Baba has brought it together, lokik and alokik and all, the kind of mindset which one should have. I think these are the two kinds of mindset which Baba has given us when he speaks about success of the self and success in relationship and connection. So,
Thank you, Girija Ben. I hope that made some clarity, right,
Yeah,
Vinod Bhai?
yeah, brother. Uh, I could understand like in our Lokic world, when we are interacting at our job front, uh, probably the the aim and objective of that relationship. For example, if I am a doctor, I need to treat patients. I would probably be able to establish a rapport and treat them successfully. If I'm a salesperson, I would probably be able to sell my product very easily and build that connection and relationship for a long time. I think I could emanate that as you and sister clarified. Yeah. Also, actually, I'm going through a phase wherein I'm about to move out of my place and position to a new place and position somewhere else. So uh, I could understand that I'm establishing a harmonious relationship with the next person who is taking my place. I'm handing over my responsibilities. So yeah, that process is happening smoothly. So maybe that harmony that comes in the relationship, the friendship that develops, no queries, and that smooth handing over, taking over that happens, probably that's a connection and the relationship. Okay, I could understand this now, brother. Yeah, thank you so much. I
Vinod Bhai, also remember there has to be, see, take the star family, sun, moon, stars. I don't know if you have read the scriptures. When they read these horoscopes and all, no, when there are two individuals, they came under two different stars. How is a star generally created? When I'm born on a particular day, what is the star which is there on that day in the moon is said to be my horoscope star. So there are sometimes they say some two stars do not go with each other. That's why, they do not meet them at all. That's what astrology says. But what Baba says, stars, if take for in that galaxy, can the great bear say, I don't want Orion with me, he should not be there and all? But when they live together, they are living together as one family. All these stars are there. They are there as examples to show these physical constellations which are there above are staying so beautifully with the sun and moon. And it is such a complete, nature is so complete. So that kind of cooperation, acceptance, and trust is what even you need if you accept that acceptance, that tolerance, and all is there. I think this is just a bit I'm telling. If you go deeper and churn yourself, you will compare yourself and you will see what it really means to be with a success in relationship and connections, taking the example of the stars in the sky.
Yeah,
thank you,
so thank you.
thank you, sister.
So, and so just another point that Baba highlighted here, the external failures, and then, external failures in the sense when others might feel it as a failure, but for you, it might be a success. Okay, so it is all, so that transformation you have to, we have to do it internally. Okay, so what the outsiders, their success and their failure, right, is different from how or what we experience the success and failure. So when they see we are defeated or failed, but we may not be, or we may not be failed or experienced any sort of a problem, but internally we should feel that we have achieved success. So that is also one speciality of stars of success. So they don't really differentiate the success based on the situation or the external influence. And faith is one key here. Okay, so when you have faith, everything else, right, followed. Faith is the key to success, right? And as you mentioned, you're going to take a new role, so wish you a constant success there. So yeah, with that, any other sharings? Anybody who has not shared would like to share anything? Any point that touched your heart? Anything? You wish to share?
So with regards to connections and relationships, the discussion that's going on at the moment, if we become the spiritual stars, that's the ultimate place to stand, to have everything being peaceful and connected. Because as we say, the entire universe is connected. And one reflection is when a soul is connected to the supreme soul and it's in the it's in the process of becoming pure and pure day by day, it ultimately reflects in that soul's energy and vice versa. So when the soul's energy gets uplifted, nothing external can impact. But people who come in the connection would always feel the connection automatically. And therefore, when Baba says that when you get into this stage, your connections and relationship will improve itself. Shanti.
Yeah. Thank
Lucky
you.
Ben, that was a beautiful connection you gave. Even I was just hinting at it. You know, when we grew up, we had lot of these self-help books. I remember reading Norman Vincent Peale or the other fellow, what's his name? Something Rich. So many books we have read on motivation and success and or financial success and all. But now, you know, with Baba's knowledge, it's a spiritual success. It's the awareness. That time also there was a lot of self-awareness, awareness of yourself as a being and all. It was there in all these motivational books. But now if you see Napoleon Hill, yeah, now I remember his book Napoleon Hill. So, but now it's more spiritual. That's the beauty of the Murli, you know. Just you're viewed as a successful star. When you said spirituality, when you said star energy, I was just thinking, now it's the time to that as a spiritual star. Thank you, Om Shanti.
Yeah. So thank you. So with the interest of time, let's move towards meditation and let's close for the day and we'll begin the second part tomorrow. So let's sit in Baba's remembrance for a minute and then close the session. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall connect again tomorrow at 5 a.m. So until then, you all have a beautiful day. Om Shanti.